Hey guys, Nemo here and welcome to Duels Planeswalkers 2013. We're gonna play Crosswinds today, so let's go into the deck manager and take a quick look at how I've set it up. I have 25 out of 30 cards unlocked, so I wanted to unlock a lot of cards with this deck because I feel that as it is, before you unlock the cards, it's pretty crappy and it loses quickly. And I didn't feel comfortable playing it until I had more cards unlocked, so I actually did farm some challenges with this deck to get some more cards unlocked until I had a build that I feel more comfortable with. So I guess we're gonna go over. I mean, there's two more cards that I really want to unlock, like this one, Twincast, and the other Mana Leak. Those are really the other unlocks I'm still looking forward to. But aside from that, I think this deck is pretty much the way it's gonna be in the end. I mean, I have a feeling that I got this deck figured out, but I don't know. We're gonna find out, I guess. I'm gonna do the deck builds in the future after I've done at least one gameplay with each deck, you know. So I'm still unlocking cards with the remaining two decks. So anyway, let's quickly go over this. I mean, Curiosity is just an aura, and an aura that doesn't give Umbra or whatever. I mean, it draws you another card, but most of the time you're not even going to be able to attack with something early on, so you're just sitting with Curiosity in hand. This deck is really going to be on the defense the first few turns, so I don't think Curiosity is very good there. Distortion Strike, I'm not sure what to think of this. Again, your deck is more on the defense, and your main ways to win with this deck is to just combo and get infinite turns or something of the sort, and Distortion Strike isn't going to help there. Hydro Surge, yeah, it saves you for one turn, and that's it, so no. Kraken Edgeling and these guys, I know that this deck is very slow and it needs some early beats, but I'm not sure what to think of those, really. I'd rather just play favorable winds turn 2, and then by the time that I can play my 4-drop, this one, Torrent's Invocation, then have them at least be a bit bigger. And but I am thinking about maybe taking out these Skywinder Drakes for some Fog Banks, because the Skywinder Drakes aren't that great, so you know, it's a little bit of a compromise there. And as well, I'm not sure what to think of Arm with Ether, because if you're not going to be attacking, sometimes you just can't attack past your opponent's dudes, but if you can, then it's a really good card, because you get to bounce everything they control. But if there's no getting past their guys, then it doesn't do anything. Keep Watch, also not sure what to think of this, but I guess you can play it on that turn, draw a lot of cards, and I mean, if you are keeping free mana open anyway because you have cancel, then it might be good, you know, because there's two cancels there. So there's gonna be 4 counterspells, I guess, 1 Mana Leak, 2 cancels, so that's gonna be the total of 4. I know that there's these guys, I don't like the rings, by the way. There's these guys, the Spiketail Hatchling, and the other guy, the Spiketail Drake, but really they're kind of bad. This is a card with options, but both of the options are worse than any other thing you can play for 2. Like a 1/1 flyer for 2 isn't great. Usually at 1-drop and 2-drop, you usually get kind of a discount on creatures, so they're gonna be better than that. So it's not great as a flyer. Like there's Suntail Hawk is like 1/1 for 1, so just compare it. And then you can sacrifice it, and the controller counter target spell unless its controller pays 1. That's kind of good, I suppose, but they can easily play around it. I guess it kind of helps against aggro decks, but drawing this late isn't great. Really, that's what I'm thinking of. Like, I want stuff that's in my deck to always be good, whether it's the early game or the late game. Because if I am gonna make it to the late game with this deck, which I hope I am, then I don't want to lose in the late game, because that would be stupid. You know, and that is possible if you draw stuff like Fogbank. And then you're like, I made it to the late game, I managed to survive, and now I draw a Fogbank and I'm gonna die anyway. You know? So if you draw this late, then it doesn't do anything. That's why I don't like it. Dehydration is kinda good, but as a 4-drop I would rather get 2 dudes, you know? Or Archaeomancer, or Rite of Replication, although I guess Rite of Replication sometimes you cast it for, most of the time you're gonna cast it for 5. But you know, Theoran is better, so every other 4-drop is better. and I don't think you need to run more 4-drops. If you look at my mana curve, it's a nice little bell curve here, so that's really nice. So I don't want to run more 4-drops than this. I don't like these big sphinxes because I'm gonna win with time warping indefinitely. Definitely what? Time warping infinitely. So I probably won't need these. That's really the big thing I'm looking forward to do. Or just you know, playing a billion drakes, or Rite of Replication a billion times. Those are really my win conditions with Panoptic Mirror or stuff like that. Or Archaeomancer can make sure that as well. And Cast Through Time is nice, but it's a 7 cost, where my 5 costs in this deck are game winners. So I would have won a 7 cost game winner. That doesn't make sense. And again, same for these Sphinxes and the Sphinx Bone 1. If my 5 drops are going to be game winners, why would I want a 7 drop? I know that they're really good, but as well, I mean, you have to play them. You tap out and then you can't do anything for that turn, and your opponent probably kills you that turn. But if you get it on tap, then it's good. But that usually doesn't happen. Not at 7 cost. Because even and you're the control deck, so you're counterspelling whatever they do. So if you ever tap out, then you know something nasty is gonna come. So yeah, I don't like it. And this thing is in there for now because it works against the mill deck, prevents them from milling you, because it returns everything into your library. So that's good against the mill deck. Other than that, I don't see the purpose of it. Yeah, I guess because the mill deck is good counter against this deck, so that's why. And that's it. And Future Sight is an amazing card, by the way. Play with the top card of your library revealed. You may play the top card of your library. You might think that means that you can only play 1 extra card a turn. It's like having 1 more card in your hand. It's not, because once you've played the top card of your library, the next card is going to be revealed as well, and you can play that on the same turn. So, really good card. It's going to provide you with so much card advantage that there's no way for the opponent to win. And since you have so many flyers, Gravitational Swift is kind of like a win condition as well. Panoptic Mirror is obviously fantastic and works great with pretty much anything in your deck. And Time Warp is, well, Time Warp. Why wouldn't you run it? So yeah, that's the deck for now. Let's get into a game. And I know I said we're gonna do it quick, but that was 7 minutes. Dang it, man. Alright guys, we are back. This is an absolutely terrible hand. I only have repulse. I'll like to draw a new hand, please. This is looking better, but why is this in there? Oh, I must have unlocked that card. No, I'm at 60. Why is that in there? I have no idea. But I thought I was gonna try Arm of Aether, yeah. I must have gotten rid of something I didn't want to get rid of. Oops. Oh well. Let's try it anyway. Yeah, there's been a day in between the part you just saw, where I went over the deck, and now, so I had some more unlocks. Maybe the deck isn't perfectly tweaked right now, I guess. I already know that this Arm of Aether is just a bad card. I don't remember if I ran it, but I know that I don't want to run it now. And I also know that I'm not that big of a fan of Skywinder Drake, because he's very vulnerable, but I guess in this matchup he's okay. And as long as he doesn't get this Jace's Phantasm, although there are 4 in the deck, then he should be fine. I'd like to play Sleight of Hand, but I also like to play Skywinder Drake. I really want to get aggressive here, and I know that I'm gonna draw enough cards anyway from his Howling Mine and whatever else he's gonna play. So I'm not too worried about, you know, drawing cards. Although Sleight of Hand technically doesn't draw me a card, but still. It does get 1 card into my hand that would otherwise still be in my library. And he has 2 Jace's Phantasms. Great. Just great. So if he has his Thought Scour, do I... Nah, no problem. I can still attack here. Okay. Just what I needed to know. Oh, I should have played Arm of Aether. Nah, it doesn't matter. They cost 1 to play, so... a fan of playing Arm of Favor here. Okay, that could have been more disastrous on my tokens, so there. It's kind of annoying because I want to win with flyers and he has these guys that will become 5/5s. Don't really know what to do about that, although I could, I guess, mind control them or whatever. Mind control isn't in this deck, is it? No, it's in his deck. I don't know, I should be able to deal with it. And I can always just win with Time Warp and all that, but I know that that may not be the smartest strategy against the mill deck, because what's the only way to lose if you have infinite turns? Well, it's to mill yourself. So that is a way you can still lose. So I guess I can still attack here. How many? 3. Okay. I can do Keep Watch. No, I don't want to. I think I'll just play Arm of Ether here. And then he kinda has to decide whether or not he wants to block me. But that does mean I don't get to play the other Terrorant invocation. No, I don't want. I want to play the other Terrorant invocation as well as Sleight of Hand maybe. Distortion Strike +1/+0 and first strike. No, it's just an unblockable. Okay. I guess that may be needed if I need 1 more damage to win, something like that. But I'm not a big fan of that card. And like I said, I don't know what it's doing here. Oh, I should have played Sleight of Hand first. Not sure if I even want to play Sleight of Hand though, but yeah, I should have played Distortion Strike if I don't want to, so I guess I'll do it. And oh, I'll take that. Although I could have taken the other guy. No, because it puts it on the bottom of my library. Yeah, okay. Because I was like, if it's gonna throw Time Warp on in my graveyard, then I could have taken the Archaeomancer and gotten Time Warp, but that's just really gonna take way longer than I wanted to take. So this is until this turn. Okay, but it does have rebound, so it works well with Time Warp if needed. Okay, he's gonna bounce one of my dudes. It's fine. 5 cards, as long as there are not 10 cards in my graveyard now, then I'm kind of happy. He could have, probably does too. Dang it. I could Arm with Aether, and then if he tries to mana leak me, I could pay the free. But if I want to Time Warp here, then right, I have 6, so I could also play Favorable Winds. Okay, I'll play Arm with Aether. If he tries to, no, okay, then I'll play Favorable Winds, and still no mana leak. Okay, then I'll play Distortion Strike. Still nothing. Alright, let's get in there then. I don't know, I didn't feel safe playing my Time Warp there, because he could easily have Counterspell or something, or a mana leak. Okay, so he's gonna play Into the Room. That's kind of annoying too. Should do it on the 4/3 guy that's unblockable. Just saying. He didn't? Okay, why? Why would you do it on another one? Did he not remember which one I put it on? It's easy to see because this one is 4/3 and an extra icon there. Okay, so I take him to 9 and I will just bounce that and one of those. I don't want to bounce the Aether at it. That will be bad for me. So he does get to keep one of these on there, but I mean they cost 1 to play, so I'm pretty sure he can just easily replay them, not have to worry about it. I kind of want him to tap out pretty much, because if he does, then he pretty much dies, I suppose. 6 cards there. Okay, makes it easier to play your mana leaks. I'm just checking because if there's any way he could at instant speed get 4 more cards into my graveyard, then suddenly his guy becomes a 5/5, blocks one of my dudes and kills it. You know, I want to prevent that from happening, but I do have this cancel. Okay, so he taps out. Alright. So he's dead? Yeah, he's dead. Yep. That doesn't really matter actually. Didn't need it, but okay. So we get in with these two. He should block the 3/3. Let's see if he does. Maybe he's trying to figure out how to block the 4/3. Doesn't know that it's unblockable or something. Doesn't block. Okay. And I shall take another turn. GG. That's a really lame way to win this game, but hey, it's in there and I'm using it. So let's go for it. Attack for both, so he can only block one. And there you go, that's the victory. We took down the mill deck with this deck, which I don't know if this is the best matchup for this deck, but I do know that my deck was cut better than his. I mean, optimized better than his. So that was helpful for me. So I guess I'll find another match then, and see you guys in a sec. Alright, so we're back, and we did unlock a card which may show up, and I may not want it to, but we'll find out. I do have Sleight of Hand here. Rite of Replication is nice. Distortion Strike, not a big fan, like I said, and I don't like it being in my deck. Don't know what it's doing there. But yeah, you may think we're going up against the same guy, since the name is so familiar, but this guy is called Messi, and the other one was Messi. Yeah, he was Messi. So, and this guy is playing a green deck, so that could be 1 out of 2. Which is pretty much the case for pretty much any deck except white. Yeah, because if you see plains, then it could be 1 of 3 decks, but for any other color it could be 1 of 2 decks. So, and we have no idea which deck it is just yet. So let's find out. I'm thinking it's Garuk's deck because people play that a lot more. Okay, no, it's the other deck. Alright, Fauna Shaman is really good for him, so I wish I'd drawn that cancel earlier. I can attack here, I can Distortion Strike, but really, I don't want to. No, I want to cancel him, but he's probably just going to do his little Fauna Shaman trick at the end of my turn next turn, and then play whatever he wants on his turn, on his next turn, rather than now. Okay, he gets rid of Wolfbriar Elemental, really? Really? He must be mana screwed then. Wood Elves, yeah, he definitely is mana screwed. Okay, I'm gonna... Do I want to cancel that? This is one of those situations, you know. Do I really want to cancel a Wood Elves just because he's mana screwed? Would I do that? And do I deserve to even draw my own mana if I do? I kinda just want to play my Skywinder Array, because the thing is, he might just draw his mana anyway, you know, and then I wasted the cancel on a Wood Elves. I mean, I'm not gonna be a dick like that, and I think it wouldn't be useful to me to do that either. I always, like, whenever I use Vindicate in the Dark Heavens deck in 2012, Duels the Planeswalkers 2012, every time I used Vindicate to destroy one of his lands, it just always backfired on me, so I'm not gonna do it this time. Oh man, I really wanted to though, but okay, wow. Favorable wins. I'll play Distortion Strike on my other guy as well. So now I'm mana screwed though, so maybe I should have used cancel there, but or maybe I should have kept cancel open. Nah, I want to be using this advantage I have in the early turns to beat him down a bit. And then I'll keep my cancel open then, because now he's at 9 life, so I almost got him, and he doesn't have that much that he can use against flyers, although he can easily get whatever he needs with Vanish Shaming though. Like the Death Touch guy or Spider Fling, Spinner Fling Spider, or whatever it's called. That deals with my dude. I could Rite of Replication this guy because it comes in with haste, so that's actually pretty nice, but if I play Torrent's Invocation then I pretty much win, I guess. He'd have to I cast on this guy. This guy can't block him anyway, so he's going to attack anyways. And then I have him next turn, so I can cancel whatever he does. He can't kill me, and I'll kill him next turn. So that seems really good for me. Unless he plays 2 cards that deal with whatever, that deal with me or that kill me or deal with this guy, then I'm fine, right? So let's see. I mean, having this cancel already is really good for me. That's basically the way that blue decks work. You get an advantage and then you hold on to a cancel to deal with whatever he tries to do. So he has a Beast Within. I'll cancel that, and then he could play a Death Touch. Dude, the 2/1 Death Touch guy if he has it. But if he doesn't have it, then he can't get it with Vanish Him because that costs him 1 too much mana. So in the end he did turn out to be mana screwed after all. The most he could have is 2 wild giant groves, which would be enough in this case, so I am blocking the 1/1. If he has 2 giant groves, then he would deal 11 damage if I don't block, so that's the thing. His deck doesn't have Primal Bellow. There's a mana leak, so even if he does have something now, then he still loses. Yeah, there you go. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed. My name has been Nemo, my name will still be Nemo next time. See you guys next time.